Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Journey to Bliss. As you know, I am Miss Bliss. We got our brother here, Sincere7. I actually, oh, wait, hold on. I always got this echo. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, there we go. Did I get it? Did I get all the echoes? I think I got everything. All right, there we go. Did I get it? All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, guys, there you go. All right, I think we good. So I actually spent some time with the brother Sincere7 down in Texas in training. We are both condors. So we did an integration training. It was intense. It was 1 week long, and it was worth every single second that I was there with him, the family, and the whole condor posse, y'all. I do recommend y'all go out there and get that training because y'all gonna need it in any event anyway. So with that said, I want to allow the brother Sincere to introduce himself because my introductions cannot even do any justice. So please introduce yourself.
Peace, and thank you. I am Sincere7. I am the head of the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit and part of the House of Genesis. I deal with psychedelics and theogens. I specialize in sacred animal medicines, which we're including. Excuse me, y'all. I got kids too. I'm a father, full-time active father. But I deal with the sacred medicines. I've been growing organic cannabis almost 20 years. I've been growing mushrooms almost 15 years. I own Sincere Mirage, the first THC infused wine company. I've been featured in the Detroit Free Press as well as on National Geographic for my works in the community. Um, I'm a veteran. I'm a polygynist. I'm a father, a husband, a lover, and a healer of all sorts. So, I do quite a bit of shit,
You do a lot of things. Now, hold on, wait. You mentioned, did you say like a wine?
Yes, I own Sincere Mirage, which is a THC infused wine company and herbal infused meads. So, like when you ferment healing herbs with honey and make what's called a mead, it increases the medicinal value of the actual herbs that are used in it. So I use them to make refreshing drinks that are also healing to the mind, body, and soul.
Wow. Oh my goodness. You know I'm gonna have to get some of that. Let me tell everybody how they
Definitely, most definitely.
Greetings, Dev Investments. Hey, Purdue, how are you? Good evening, good people exist. Pretty kitty cat, how are you? How are you? Welcome.
They are tapping
Good
in. They are
evening.
tapping in.
Good evening. We
Yeah,
already
I
got a
enjoyed our
question.
time that we had in Texas. I enjoyed actually getting to meet you face to face and spend time. And like I told you on the phone the other day, I knew when I met you and spent time with you, I was like, she's one of the real ones. She is one of the real ones. Her heart is good. She's got integrity. She's got respect. I just like I had already had it admiration for you from seeing you on different platforms, but actually getting to walk and talk with you and get that energy exchange, I knew right then and there how beautiful of a soul you are, and I'm honored to be associated with you. Just to
Oh,
let you know that, okay?
oh, thank
I
you
see
so
the
much.
real in you,
Let me tell you, I
indeed.
felt the same way about you, and your heart is so open. Like you did that video for me, and I was like, "What could you say to the women?" And you were talking about the women and healing in the womb, and I was like, "Oh, every woman." I posted it in the chat that I used to be in, the old chat, and the women was just like, his name is Sincere. He actually sounds sincere,
Mm.
and that's a lot. We're going to discuss psychedelics, but we also want to discuss something about what we lack in seeing in the community today. So, as you notice in the post, I had some keywords in there like integrity, authenticity, honesty, ethics, morals, values. And, I just want to say, so people are looking at this big court case with P. Diddy. Everyone is distracted with that. And so prior to that, it was another big court case with R. Kelly. Everyone was distracted to that and looking at that. And so what I see is that people are disgusted by all of these acts. They think, oh, how dare they? Look at them, what they're doing, they're terrible. And then I look at our community and I was like, but you have the same thing in here in the community. You have the same thing right next door. You're standing next to someone, whether it's a man or a woman, who lacks integrity, who is dishonest, lying, cheating, stealing. And so it's like the pot calling the kettle black, or people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. How can you sit there and speak so badly about these artists, these rappers, these performers, these actors, these actresses, when you can stand there at the same time and sort of co-sign someone else's messy stuff,
Well, I'm going to say this, that a lot of times we'll say, like you'll see on social media, you'll see somebody say, oh, wow, the same people now who were saying blah, blah, blah are now saying blah, blah, blah. The truth of the matter is it's never the same people saying those things. It's never the same people. What you have is you have a people such as myself who go on social media and are like, yo, what the fuck is up with this shit? How are these people our role models? How are these people the people we look up to? How are these people the people that we fashion? How are these the people that we allow to entertain us? Let me tell you something. That R. Kelly shit was one of the most disappointing things that I've ever seen in the community. This is a motherfucking pedophile who literally peed on a young girl on camera and then gave her the money. I know, I had the video. Okay? Let me be very clear. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, what the? So immediately, I'm like, man, fuck this. Listen, any woman who deal with me will tell you, I'll be in the middle of cracking buns, knocking the sign coins out of ass, and an R. Kelly song will come on, and I'll get up and go to the other room to turn the shit off. Fuck is you talking about? I don't want to hear it.
Right.
And then we have these people on social media bragging about still listening to him. I don't care nothing about that. That ain't got nothing to do with, and why should I let? And I don't care because that nigga, the music he wait. And now your daughters is listening to this shit and they hearing you say, I don't care that he molested a little girl. The music that he makes, I love that shit. So now she don't want to tell you that the person in your community who's known as a dope ass poet is fucking molesting her because you like his poems too.
Yeah.
How the fuck she thinks she about to be protected?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, let me calm down. I ain't mean to bring the energy. I'm sorry. Look.
No. I see you are passionate about these things, and it's okay to be passionate about something, because when you express that passion, it comes across like you genuinely care. You care about the community, you care about the children, you care about the men and the women that are out here falling apart,
Facts.
And you have to be able to express that, because if you don't, who will? Who's going to say something? When are people going to start speaking up? And it's like you said, you got people who are looking at these individuals, they sort of idolize them, and when you idolize someone and you look up to someone and you finally meet them, it's really difficult to say no. You get what I'm saying? They're offering you $50,000 for some unsavory act, and then they're this big superstar, this popular person, and it's very difficult, especially if you're in a financial situation or you ain't never seen $50,000 before. Hell, I'm gonna say $10,000. Let's lower the bundle. $10,000. People out here doing some things strange for some change at $10,000.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel as passionate about that. Because for some people, that's a come up. I mean, of course, doing the work that I do, I see somebody ask if I know about Rape and Bufo. Like, yes, for all of that. I'm a medicine man and shaman. I serve Bufo, ayahuasca, Rape, all of that. We're gonna talk about that. But
yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
I had a sister friend of mine who was a sex worker, and we was having a conversation, you know, like, you know how those of us who feel like we can encourage and say and talk. And she was like, listen, nigga, I used to suck dick for pizza. And I'm like, what? She said, we used to not have nothing to eat. I would just order pizza. When the delivery man got there, I told him, come in so I get the money. He come in, I close the door, and then I motherfucker get on my knees and start pulling his pants down. And when he be like, yo, what is you doing? I let him know, listen, I ain't got no money to pay for it, but let me finish and you be good. She said, that's how me and my brother used to eat. So you telling me a motherfucker offered me $500 and I'm taking it, that I'm playing myself because I'm giving him the best parts of myself? Baby boy, them parts has already been misused and they ain't worth nothing. Mm-hmm. So if I can get my worth, then what the fuck? Why would I feel bad? And I'm sitting there going,
So, but this is what's happening though. This is why you find more and more people okay with this because they're struggling.
But so what I'm saying is, it is okay. See, on that, if this 27-year-old chick was invited to the party and some dudes is in there doing whatever the fuck, and she about to do whatever the fuck anyway, and then somebody like, hey, let me, cool. That was a come up for her. She ain't traumatized by it. Whatever she went through that traumatized her is what has her already comfortable with those types of things. But her being comfortable with it, I'm not mad at her nor him. Mm-hmm. But when you violate these children,
it's a problem.
This is where this is off limits. Any grown motherfucker caught up in all that Diddy, I don't give a. That's why people talk about the Hugh Hefner shit. Them was all adults, from what we know. I'm not.
Yeah, they said they were.
Side. Let me be clear, but
they said they were
I've
adults.
never heard about no motherfucking children being violated. They said Usher was violated, Justin Bieber was violated, and other young, like they said that there's, I don't know, was it 1,200 cases? Like what? How many? And a lot of them were children.
We haven't seen the court case start yet. It doesn't start. I think it starts next year, 2025. And Justin Bieber and Usher has not spoken out about anything. And in the court documents, it's they're not revealing any names. It's John Doe 1, John Doe 2, Jane Doe 1. So we don't know.
Yeah, right now
we don't know. And I think they purposely decided to wait to run this case next year as opposed to running it right now. So they just dropping little gems, videos of this guy, doing this and doing that. And
now I'll be clear, I haven't heard none of this type of shit in our community. Now, we do have people taking people into altered states of consciousness and then doing and saying things that should not be done and said in those spaces. That's the issue that we have in this community that needs to be fucking addressed.
I agree with you. We do have people that are taking advantage of individuals while they are under the medicine.
And not just that. There's people taking advantage of people's mental states. Mental states. I'm very clear about when you come to me as a client that we're not going into a sexual relationship now. Because you've already told me your traumas. What the fuck, the violations happened to you? What made you weak? What makes you not protect yourself? Now, these people had this information and they use the very things to bring you into a place of whatever it is that they want to get.
Yeah. You're right. The mental advantage.
And let me be clear. Let me be very clear. This is not just the men. There are women in this community. It's some shit eating me alive that was shared with me in private under like trust. And so with that, I can't, because I'm one of those. I'm one of them, like, listen, I be inviting the you say my name in this community with some say it in public, in front of everybody. You see what I'm saying? I'm one of them. So I'm one of them that I don't mind exposing. Like when we know this is going on, we need to let people know.
Ah,
We need to let people know. We need to protect the people, the community, those
let me.
people who are looking for healing.
Not only do we need to let the people know, it should be shut down immediately. Shut it down
That's the only
immediately.
way it can be.
Immediately. I agree with
And
you.
individuals need to stop using that because they don't like people. False accusations are just as foul as actual fucking shit happening. And it pollutes the community too much. How can we deal with shit when we don't even know who the hell's telling the truth no more?
Everybody's lying. It's from what I've experienced and from what I've seen, pretty much about 99% of the community is lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating, bullying. There's a tremendous amount of bullying going on too, and it's almost like it's a bunch of 6th and 7th graders.
I just said that same thing. I was like, yo, what is this, high school?
It's almost like it's a bunch of
What is
6th and
this
7th
school?
graders. And you know what's so funny? I told you I was on the phone with my teacher about an hour ago, and my teacher was saying that people who are adults actually they don't have a clue about how they're carrying on, how they're acting. And I'm like, how is it someone can sit there, partner with someone with at a psychedelic ceremony, steal the money, and you're telling me they don't know they stole the money? I'm like, please translate to me, because how can someone sit there and at a psychedelic ceremony and feel okay with touching someone and you're telling me they don't know what they're doing?
So,
To some extent, they're crazy.
okay. So it's a few different things at play here.
Mm-hmm.
So when he say that, he don't mean, or I can't speak for him. So I'm projecting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he means exactly like they're not aware that they're doing it. I think it's more of a, okay, so I got a human design reading and then I got a Gene Keys reading.
Mm-hmm.
And in the reading, it was revealed to me that your integrity is a large part of your business and your personality and relationships. And I'm like, hell yeah. And they said, not just is it something that's deep in you, but if you don't practice it, if you don't use it, you will self-destruct. So a lack of integrity will fuck you up.
Mm.
As a combat engineer that specializes in reverse engineering, while reverse engineering myself and thinking through all of this, it made me realize, oh shit, that means that other people literally could not have this at all. Not only is it not required, it's not even there. A lack of integrity, they don't like, I don't, what you mean? Like,
Oh.
okay, and like they don't feel it. They like if I do some foul shit, nigga, I'm trying to figure out, am I gonna apologize to this person today or tonight? I
Mm.
can't walk and let this be like, that's why I talk the shit I talk in this community, because I be daring a motherfucker to call me out on some shit that I did. Fuck y'all. Fuck all you all who out there talking foul on my name, because y'all know can't nobody speak on no foul on me. My women talk to my exes. Nigga, we ain't got nothing. Who the fuck ain't got, how you like that? Because you, and now I'm going, oh, well, that's why. So now I realize I can't be mad at some of these people because they literally don't have it. Not that they don't care, they don't even possess it.
Wow. Yeah, that makes
Possess it.
sense. That makes sense. And this is probably why I have to be authentic. As soon as I'm not authentic, it's just some chaos going on. I always have to be authentic. I have to be myself. I have to be real. I have to be true. I'm going to
And
be
you know,
me. I
you know what
realize
some people
that.
you know what some people have to do to make sure that they continue on being successful? They have to lie.
Keep me away from those. Okay. They can go over there. I don't need to be near all of those lies. I'm good. Because, I've met people who the lie just rolls out of their mouth. It's just like, just the simplest thing. It's just like, and I'm just like, it's not even a need to lie about this particular thing, but yet the lies are just rolling out
Sure it
all
is.
the
There is
time.
a need. There is a need, though. Yes, there is.
What is the
Yes,
need
there
for constantly
is.
lying?
It's from whatever they've experienced that causes this.
Mm.
These people aren't malicious. They're not like, oh, I'm about to lie to the fucking community and just, you know what I'm saying? Most of them, there has been one that I'm like, no, at this point, you're just, he just, you know, like, come on, my man's really, you just gonna literally tell somebody, oh yeah, I can do this, I got this, I'll sell you this, yeah, send me the money, I'm gonna send it off tomorrow. And then like, boom, and then anyway, now let me next, there, okay? But what we're talking about, the people in the community that we are disappointed when these things happen because we expect more. The people who hold some high positions, some people who hold some high rankings.
Yes.
That's who we're talking about. We're talking about them. And the truth of the matter.
So now, if they're designed to be liars and they're a high-ranking person, then you and I can't be mad, right? Because they probably lied their way to the top. Who knows?
It's like we could be disappointed because to be mad would be a waste of time.
Right.
Right. We could be disappointed. And we can bring I bring these things to people's attention. This is why people don't want me around. Not only will I will speak to the person. Like I'm not non-confrontational. I am very confrontational. All the traumas that I went through was from me not speaking up, not doing something, not responding. I'm not running and I'm not freezing. I'm a fight. Or if you're a woman, I might fawn.
Right.
But most of the time, I'm more fight. I'm more confrontation. And not fight violence. I'm saying, like, if some shit come against me, I'm responding. Like, no, hold on. What the fuck? Yo, nah, that's not. Why would you? Why are you? How could you? No, why? No. So, so with that being said, it's kind of like, just like any other community, like in any industry, if you are a whistleblower, what do you get?
You get punished.
You get blackballed.
Yeah. You get punished for being honest.
It'll be a event going on in your city, and you are the head of whatever the event is in your city, and you won't be invited.
Oh, child.
He's talking about something for real. Yeah, literally.
Well, you know, for those type of events, I probably said I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be at my own event. That's the way I look at it. And when I have my own event, y'all gonna want to come. So there you go. I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm
good. And that's how I feel. Because I created my own lane. I'm Gucci. I'm doing better now than when I was in the whatever it is we're talking about.
The group. Yeah. I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you need to get out of the group to be successful. Sometimes you need to rid yourself
because the group is so tainted that you get mixed in with the rest of them.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And
you gotta separate yourself.
You know what I find that when you're in large groups, a person who is operating with integrity or honesty, it's difficult to be in large groups because a lot of people in those groups are not moving that way. I feel like the majority of people are moving in a different way. And these people that's coming along, that's just like that's not right. Like, why are you doing that? And how are you going to lie to the people? And how are you going to do this and this and that? And why are you trying to stab this brother, this sister in the back? What is this all about? Where's the love?
That's right.
Where's the love?
That's why I keep receipts.
It's a lack of love. And it's like people genuinely don't really know what love is. You know, what is it to love someone? What is it to love? I was listening to this guy Osho the other day, and he was saying that someone was like, "Oh, love your enemy," and he was like, "I can't even love my neighbor. My neighbor's getting on my nerves." And he was like, "If you can't love your neighbor, you can't love your enemy. Then you just forget about the meditation because you really don't know what love is. You really." He was like, "You have to love the plants. You have to love the animals. You have to love all of these things within existence, and people can't even do that. So how you gonna love your brother? How you gonna love your sister? You know, how you going to show them some genuine empathy or sympathy for their situation when you don't even know what love is? You're lacking love. You don't recognize love. You don't know how to give love, let alone how to receive love.
But that's a self-punishing quality. That's a self-punishing quality. See, that's like, that's why I'm using, I be in bliss. Empress Oya,
Mm-hmm.
peace.
Mm-hmm.
I be in bliss. I be in heaven. I be good. I'm not like, oh, I feel ostracized. I feel left out. No, I got a beautiful family. I got a
Yes.
beautiful community, right?
Yes.
So it's like, I was talking to somebody the other day, and matter of fact, we were talking about Bufo. And they were like, like, well, how would you explain it? And I said, let me tell you what, or who I would tell needs Bufo. I said, people who have a love deficiency. What do you mean? I said, well, you said that you have a lot of fear, right? Yeah. I said, well, what's the opposite of fear? Man's like, courage. And I was like, no. I said, think about when people ask, what's the opposite of love? What do people always say? They say, hate. And I said, and then people say that that's wrong, right? Yeah.
Right.
And what is the opposite of fear? I mean, what is the opposite of love? It is fear, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, which creates hatred, right? Brings about hatred if that's how your heart moves. And so I was explaining to them, you're full of fear. So that means you have a toxicity of fear, which and proves that you have a deficiency of what? Of love.
Right.
We say, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm scared, I'm hungry, I'm horny, I'm whatever the fuck you want. But I don't never hear nobody saying, I'm love.
No.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people who have a deficiency of love, Bufo is for you. People who deal with fear, a lack of love, you don't love yourself, you wasn't loved, that's where that comes in. That balances that. That's what you're missing.
Right.
And that's what Bufo is. It's an empathogen. Daily, drink you some cacao. If you need to have some challenging conversations, MDMA. These are all empathogens.
Exactly.
This will give you the ability to open up your heart and to be honest and talk, because you can't love if you can't be honest.
Right.
Love is the highest level of understanding. A person has to be able to receive the truth, to be able to understand you, to accept it. They can never love you if they don't know the truth.
Now, wait a minute now. So Bufo is also for PTSD, sadness, depression, and anxiety, right? So also for love, how does that connect? Because we think of PTSD, depression, sadness, like we don't really connect that to love.
PTSD, you push love from amongst you. Your PTSD is fear. My PTSD was based off the shit I went through in the military. And even though people would think that I was fearless. No. The responses that make motherfuckers go, damn, he don't give a fuck. He'll do whatever, run up on whoever, do whatever. That was because of fear. I need to do something before it's done to me. PTSD, you listen to anybody who has PTSD, talk to their loved ones. They'll tell you, like, it's very hard to love them. It's like they don't even accept love. What was the other one you said? Depression?
Yes.
Come on. Depression. Okay.
Yes.
Let's take a person who's in a depressed state. First of all, how'd they get there? Because a lot of times it has a lot to do with a lack of love, whether it's from somebody else or themselves. They figure out and start to realize things about themselves, decisions they've made, things they've done, and now they shame themselves. And now this shame, all of the pressure that was being put on them is now taken off of them, and they have the ability to see their responses to everything that took place. Think of the word depression. They're not being pressurized. It's a depression. The pressure is coming off of them. And now them and other people were able to witness their responses to the pressures and their shame spaces that start to make a person feel small. And now I have to punish myself. I hate myself. There's a lack of love. Or somebody else don't love me no more because of what I did, how I responded. Think about people who have been violated and how some of the people around them respond to them. It was your fault. You did this shit. You asked for this shit. What you mean? How? Why wouldn't you do this? No, you did this, so you must be that. You must have. And now they are battling with themselves about this shit.
Right. Right.
Lack of love, at least from their point of view.
Right. Right. Wow. Wow.
And their mate is suffering from toxicity of love because it's all about them. It's all about them. Why would you, and you didn't, and you should have, this is too much love. There's no such thing. Hold on. Look at this. They love them. That's why they're responding like this. Too much love is causing a lack of emotional intelligence. It's all mathematical. It's all emotional. It's all of that. It's how you respond to it. Remember, trauma is the response to a negative situation, not the negative situation they went through. That was a fucked up thing. The way they're going to respond to that and going forward is what trauma is.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what trauma is. You're right.
So all of these are lack of love.
Okay. So lack of love. So you mentioned cacao, right? Yeah. So if someone, let's say someone received bufo, then cacao would be a good thing to take afterwards. And what about, the rape nunu, which is like a heart healing rape, the nunu?
Yeah. The white rosa. Also, the white rosa is a good one, heart opener.
Oh, yeah, the white rosa. I got to get that.
Yeah, it's white roses.
Oh my God. That's perfect. Yeah. That's perfect for healing.
Shout out to Makerba House, I believe is the name of her company. Makerba House. I believe
she sells the white rosa.
Man, she's the plug on some good rapes.
I'm gonna write that down.
I sell rape. If you in the city and you just need a gram and you want to roll up on me, you can. But for real, for the price that I be charging rape, I tell people when I'm selling them, the price that I'm charging, you can get like probably half an ounce for what I'm giving you a gram for. I might charge you $15 or $20 for 2 or 3 grams. Like you can get it for like $2 a gram from people if you order a bulk amount. So I let people know, but it's still mine. I still got to order more, and I got to order so I tell people, hey, bring me a pricing over here.
I want that. I want that. I'm definitely going to link up and get that because right now I serve up to 8 different rapes, but that one I've never heard of, never served. And what I do is I normally serve myself a medicine prior to serving someone else because I find that there were people out here serving medicines that they themselves never took. And so when the person had a certain experience, they couldn't relate. And I'm watching, I'm just like, and I'm just getting in the game. So, you don't want to say anything in the group, the go along, get along group. And I'm just like, well, wait, they never even took this medicine and this person's having this type of experience. And they couldn't really interact with the person. And I was like, I don't want to be that person. So when I get to the Rosa, your girl gonna be in heart heaven.
It's funny you say that, right? Because I am the same way. I have a box of rape, right? When I open it up, it's like a cigar box. I open it up, it's, I don't know, maybe 50 different types of rapes. I got them from Chief Nighthawk. Shout out to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Rest of the show. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I give people rape, I let them pick whichever rape. They be like, damn, that's a lot. I was like, I know. You pick your own, right? And so when they pick it, I take some so I can be in tune to give them some, right?
Yes.
I'm blowing into their, you understand? We know how rape's, right?
Mhm.
So I take this shit serious. So I do the same thing. Listen, I had a brother come by. Yo, shout out to brother Reverend James. That's my man's. Shout out to you if you're listening, right? He came by, he's like, yo, you know, we talking, we going through whatever. He said, man, I want to do some rape. I said, all right, man. I pull it out. I said, here you go. Pick one. I'm gonna tell y'all the name. He picked it out. It was called Canela del Velho. Okay? Canela del Velho. And I'm like, all right, I've been seeing this one up here in my box a lot. I ain't used this one yet. Mm-hmm. So, all right, this is what it is. Boom. I got some. I hit that. Boom, it hit me, right? All right, come on, let me give you some now. Loaded it up. Boom. So we sat back, we got to talking. And after about 5 minutes, I started just feeling just pulled, just drained, like, oh shit. And I'm talking about I leaned so far on the couch that I went to the floor. Wow. I look over, he's doing the same thing.
Wow.
I am completely fucked up. I'm like, what is this? So I'm trying to get my shit together because I'm supposed to be holding space for him. And I'm on the floor next to him. So I go upstairs and hop in the shower because we at the pad. We at the Psychedelics Academy of Detroit. So I go upstairs, hop in the shower, taking a shower. He starts calling me, 7. Oh shit. Okay, I left this man down here. Let me get back down here. So I hops out and I wraps the towel around me. And I goes downstairs. And this is when I learned that it don't matter the sex of the person. Respect is respect, and certain things you don't do, right? Because in my mind, if that was a woman down there, I'm not gonna come down there like that. But I'm not tripping because this is brother. I'm not thinking like, and I went downstairs. I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Man, oh man, I feel fucked up. I need some water or something." And I'm like, "All right." So I come downstairs. He said, "Hey, go put some up." No, he didn't cuss. He said, "Hey, go put some clothes on, man. What are you doing?" I'm like, all right. Go back upstairs, put some clothes on, you know what I'm saying? Come get him some water with that. Sit back, man. I sit back on the ground again. It started pulling me down again. He said, "You all right?" I said, "Hell no." He said, "Me neither." Man, after about 30 minutes of us just sitting there, we came back. We was able to get up, get something to drink, and we I don't know what that was. It was new one for me, right?
Wow.
So later on, I'm going through my paperwork that Chief Nighthawk left me with all the different rapes and what they do and this and that. And it says, Canela del Velho, very, very strong. Not for beginners. Work your way up to higher amounts. So this was like one that let you know, not to be played with. Wow. So it's very good that you give yourself whatever you give your people, because I'm the same way. Yeah. Especially, dealing with the snake venoms and things of this nature. Yeah. Like, all right, well, let me go ahead and use these, make sure it's good, make sure, all right, cool. All right, here we go. You know what I mean? Because if somebody goes through something bad and you sitting there going, oh shit, I ain't know. Yeah. What you mean you ain't know?
Yeah. Because there's literally thousands of different types of rapes out here. And sometimes I take one and it's a smooth, ride, blissful ride, And then sometimes I'll take another one and I'm like trembling. Like I kid you not, mulattiero. Have you ever had mulattiero?
That sounds familiar.
Man, the first rape I ever had was mulattiero, and I kid you not.
Yes, I got that. Yes,
and I would be purging. I would be purging from all different types of areas. Whatever was going to come out needed to come out. It was like, and I was like, but I was there next week for my medicine. I was like, let's do it. Let's go.
I be like, people don't really know rape until they came into a situation where some rape make them purge. Yes. Like, I didn't know it did that. What? You ain't know what? This stuff makes you do what?
Purge. I used to be passed out. And after that, I come to. They be like, you okay? Fan of me. And then, have you ever had the mint one? The mint
Yes,
wrapping.
that's one of my favorite. The mint and the eucalypto.
Oh, let me tell you, the first time I had the mint, I was in the mountains receiving the
Ooh.
Wachuma medicine. And I
Ooh,
had that
yes.
mint and all of this. I was like, what in the world? That mint, you like that?
I
I
love
don't
it. Oh,
know.
I love it. I love that and the eucalypto. Yes, I love it. And
Mm.
my favorite all time is Boldo.
Okay. Why
Boldo.
is that your
Yeah.
favorite?
It's just exactly where it puts me. It's like, I'm one of them hype ass people. So it ground me, but it don't ground me like I'm on punishment. It ground
Mm.
me like grandma's hugs comfort you and you just kind of be still. Like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, I could lay here. It's
Mm-hmm.
comforting like that. It's I love it. Oh man, Boldo, that's the one for
Mm.
me.
You
You know
ever
what I'm
take
saying?
Nikini Jaguar?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me
Oh, for
that
sure.
thing
And
like so
Nunu, that's the one that you use for magic.
Nunu?
Nunu, that's the one used for time traveling. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If
Uh-huh.
anybody's into the sacred animal venoms and the kingdom of animals and using those medicines, using Cambo and Nunu, if you read this book called Sapo in My Soul, it
Mm-hmm.
talks all about it. It's very interesting. But yeah,
Really?
you can use that for time traveling. That's how they used to go hunt. When they used to
Nunu
hunt,
is
they used to,
I love
huh?
Nunu. I love Nunu. Nunu
Yes.
is one of my favorites. So
Yes,
time
yes.
travel. All right. I don't need the time machine that Donald Trump got. I don't need that time machine. I'm gonna just go
Oh,
ahead and
you
time
know
it.
about that? How you know about
It's like
Donald Trump? Oh snap! Okay, hold on. I see. You be around some people. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like I
yeah.
didn't know that already. Yeah.
Time travel. I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind. I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about it. Talk to me. I
Thank
talk
you.
back. Talk a little shit. I talk that. You know.
So I got a question. So
Yeah.
I had a client of mine that was here a couple of days ago. And so I let him choose his rapé, like you said, right? And prior to them choosing the rapé, I have them like kind of, go into their feelings and feel the energy, get a sense of, which one is vibrating with them. And so he chose 7 herbs and he chose Nunu, right? But the
Okay.
Nunu took a huge effect on him with the heart healing and everything like that. And he was like 2 days later, he could still like sense and feel the rapping in his body. So I have a question. I think he's watching tonight. So he wanted to know, is it normal to have rapé sort of like still sensing it in your system 2 days later? I'm gonna tell you what my answer is, but I want to see what yours is first.
Yes. So you got to keep in mind, like, let's go into like the components of, right? Some of these are mineral based. Some of them are different nutrients. Some of them different vitamins because they're from different plant medicines from different herbs and tribes, right? So when you think about that, you got to think that you are supplying your body with something that it might have been needing for a while and wasn't getting, and now it has access to that. Okay. And so with that being said, just like when we take oyster shell or maca or something, it supplies it to our body. And even a couple days later, I like shit. I took that shit a couple days ago. I'm still here like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Same type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just taking the plant medicine in a different way, but it's the same thing. You're still supplying your body with this plant medicine spiritually as well as physically.
Right, right, right. So
Because
I,
do we
I
think that the spirituality that we tap into is going to leave once we blow our nose?
no, no. All of these medicines have a spiritual healing aspect and also a physical healing aspect. So it's always, both sides that's applied. And a lot of people, they're not aware of that.
And we're sitting with them, becoming one with them. It's a relationship, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when my woman walk off, you 3 days later, you could still find presence of me in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be, but I'm giving it so it, like, I mean, we're putting something in our body, into our nose, into our mouths, into whatever. Like we can't think that, all right, well, all right, after that 20 minutes, even though like even though the orgasm has taken place and has worn off, that doesn't mean that things are out of the body or still not taking place. There
Right.
are psychoactive, what is the word I'm looking for? Psychoactive medicines in semen. So when the man releases in a woman, this is what they say, she acting crazy. She need her some dick. You know how people be saying that, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're being funny, but at the same time, they are being honest, right? You know what I'm saying? We all know, like the body, the ovulation, all of the things that take place in a woman's body is fascinating mechanism that is tuned with the moon, which
Mhm.
pulls on the water within the body, which is also responsible for this is so much. Come on, right? So when we really look at it, yeah, no, you're gonna still feel the effects. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And usually 2 to 3 days is where you at. You know what I'm saying? If you have a fever, it's gonna last about 3 days. If you have a pain, it's usually gonna last about 3.5 days. Everything has a cycle and a season, and
Mhm.
most things present themselves on that type of cycle. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, so I agree with you. I was like, yeah, it's pretty normal for it to still be in your system 2 days later. And sort of my response was more about the physicality of it because this medicine is going into your nostrils. You could feel it in your eyes. You could feel it all around your head. It's in your throat. It can even go down to your stomach, and then you could go to the bathroom as a result of it. So you could feel it in your ears. If it's a powder, so it's literally spreading everywhere. So, that day you take it, it's not going to just leave because you blow your nose. The next day, it's still going to be some type of residue in there because it's like a powder, but also it's doing the healing work that it needs to do. And sometimes that healing work might not happen that day. It can happen the next day and the next day. So it's a process when you take a lot of these medicines. And also with Bufo, like people think they could take Bufo today and it'll be okay tomorrow. Please explain to the brothers and sisters about the integration after Bufo and the process about Bufo, and that is not an overnight healing ceremony.
Oh, you know, some things can be an overnight healing, but you still need to have what they call physical therapy, right? After you've healed, right? Because my 7 gram mushroom trip did heal my PTSD overnight. That is true. So I don't want to say that you can't heal overnight. There are some cases that you can, but you still, as you're saying, have to integrate that entire experience, and not just the entire experience, but the fact that you was fucked up yesterday, speaking for myself, and today I'm not. That ain't something you just, all right, well, that was dope. Oh, I'm glad that was over with. La-di-da-di-da, all right, on with life. No, how the fuck? Like, that shit changed my life totally. Totally. I was coming out the military. I was prior service. I was violent. I was a problem solver. Oh, damn. No, don't give me the things blowing up is for that. No, listen, that was a bad thing. I shouldn't have been doing that. It was bad. No, don't hurt people for money. Don't do things, right? I had violence in me. And my man's was like, yo, you need to take some mushrooms. And I don't think that he said it because of this. He was saying it because of other reasons, because he had taken them and he seen a lot of cool things. And I'm
Mm.
like, what? Man, I don't motherfucking man, when I smoke weed, man, I don't do no fuck is you. Man, ain't they net? I mean, yeah, I guess they are net. You know what? You did them? Yeah, I did. Fuck it, I'll do them. And then I did them. And it literally overnight changed me. Like violence was not even something I wanted to take a part in. And I felt good about that.
Mm.
It was like everything. Like I went home and I was playing with my babies and I was rolling on the floor laughing and joking. And my women is standing there, my wives is in the house, and they standing around looking at each other and looking at me like, when the fuck he start
Mm.
laughing and rolling on the floor? Who the fuck is this nigga? And I'm looking
Mm.
at them. I'm playing about. Look up. What's wrong with y'all? They said, what you mean? What's wrong with us? What's up with you? Like, and that's when I realized how thrown off I used to be. My
Wow.
women are fucking fucked up that I'm laughing and playing with my children.
Right.
This is alarming to them. This is fucked up. So like even that, they're like, what's going on? Like what's up? Like, you know, this is an integration needed. I'm different now. The things I've been doing, the places I've been going, the way I've been moving, the way I've been looking at people, the way I've been talking to people, these guns on me, these knives and this bulletproof, all this stupid shit. And now I'm just la-di-da-di-da, let's go to the park, y'all. They like, what the you not wearing nothing? Where your gun? What you mean you don't?
Right.
What the no, I need to talk to y'all. Like, I don't get it. I want to try it. What you mean? What you did? We want to do it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like their openness assisted me because but you got to think, what about people who was like, wait a minute, you did what? You're doing what? This is not what we do. It's not our religion. It's not our culture. It's not our whatever. This is difficult for people. Can they even share how they've healed?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You did what? You smoked what? Out of what? That's a crack pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. What?
It do look like that, dog. You know.
It's literally the same pipe the crackheads use to smoke crack. It's the same pipe. Listen, I had a client that was, you know, like we said, this because I want you to think about this. We say it heals addiction, right?
Right. It
so
does.
Before I tell the story, shit, when you a psychonaut, your table quite often looks like the table of a junkie. You got to think, I do snake venom, I do Cambo, I do Bufo, I do mushrooms, I do ayahuasca, I do all of these things, right? So when I'm going through all of these different things and I ain't cleaned up yet, and somebody who don't know about psychonaut life comes over and they sit down and on my table is spoons and syringes. And crack pipes and like,
you look like the biggest dealer on the block, you know.
I just pull out the newspaper and be like, look, let me explain. Look, read this. Look, they be like, oh, they're using the yeah, right? So, okay. But no, true story. So the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, as a lot of people know, has been vandalized. Some people are still okay with moving forward with ceremonies because some people are from urban cities and this type of shit don't bother them. Okay? So during the ceremony, after Bufo, the woman is coming to and she said, this is crazy as hell. I said, oh shit. And I'm thinking it's about to be bad. I'm like, what's going on? Tell me more. She said, I used to be smoking crack in the room on a mattress with dudes around me.
Wow.
Now I'm sitting in a room with a hole in the door with a mattress on the floor. It was padding. It wasn't a mattress, but it looked like it. With dudes around me smoking out of a crack pipe.
But it's healing.
But this time it's healing.
Yeah.
And so it was, she was looking around like saying, oh shit, I'm literally in the same environment. That's why when people say you can't heal in the same environment that you were harmed in, I'd be like, why people keep saying that? If I get shot and you like, we can't transport him, let's work on it right here. I don't want nobody to say, no, he got shot here. We can't heal a person in the same place that they got harmed in. Fuck you, me. Fuck that. No, please work on me right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was her expressing that she was realizing that her healing is taking place in the same type of environment that the threat and the harm and all of that used to take place. You know what I'm saying? Right. So these environments, they kind of, they'll have that same type of
so it's kind of like deja vu for her, but it's like she has two sides of the story, one with a different type of experience that was kind of negative and the other one was a positive experience. But not only that, the other experience with drugs where the brothers were probably of a negative energy, and here she is around a bunch of brothers who are interested in healing themselves, and they're actually showing her, holding space for her and supporting her. So it was probably difficult for
Exactly.
her to even imagine that men can be that way, and it was good.
Well, I think that actually the pendulum of life swings equally both ways. Assisted her. Actually, I think that actually assisted her more than if she would have been in a clinical setting and did that. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Is like it's like it's familiar, so it's okay. It feels right, and it is. Just like how people who have been abused and violated and who leave their body, they do shibari and BDSM to be brought back into their body. But after the BDSM, after the untying, then the individuals will comfort them, will tell them they're supported, that they're loved. It will reprogram how they feel about these same very things. So being in their body now can become comfortable.
Right.
As opposed to choosing a psychedelic that's going to take you out of your body. This is why I be telling people it's a lot more to hold in space for people than just giving them things. Because some of the things that people are giving them, that's not what they should be taking.
Oh, let's have a conversation about that. I actually had a conversation with my client about that. So there was a young lady who went with us into the mountains to take Wachuma. However, Wachuma was not the medicine that she should have been receiving. And she went up in that mountains and she took, now this is before I even knew anything about really psychedelics or whatever. I'm on my healing journey. I'm taking the medicine myself. And she goes up into the mountain, and I kid you not, she was institutionalized. Yeah, that the response, like we all witnessed her coming down, going down into a cycle, just spiraling down, and it was nothing anyone could do. And so we found out afterwards that she had no business taking that medicine. She needed medicine, but that wasn't the one for her. Because prior to coming to receive Wachuma, she was already seeing a psychiatrist. She was already going through a major depression. Her child was removed from her permanently, so you already know what she needed. So
well, just off of what you said already, I would have went with ayahuasca before Wachuma. You know what I'm saying? Ayahuasca is a comforting, where Wachuma is a look at what you did. Wachuma is like it makes you go internally. Like you look at yourself. Yeah. Like almost like Iboga, like the silent observer. Like look at you. Look at who you are. Look at how you all this shit going on. That's not what you need.
Yeah.
You need somebody to say, don't worry about that. Don't look at don't worry about that. These things happen because, and it's okay. It doesn't mean, and if you, and the parts that you play, you don't need to be punished, but you do need to change. You need to work on something more like this. That's a more supportive, as opposed to look at you. Yeah. Look at yourself. You know, look at you. Look at yourself. Look at your pants. Look at them. They wet. Look at them. Look at them. Yeah.
I love Wachuma. Wachuma is one of my favorite medicines.
Of course it is. You know why?
Why?
Because you can look at yourself.
Oh, exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Think about it. A lot of these people that we're talking about, they're not doing certain things. Yeah. Right? When we talk about bad trips, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Yeah. Look at what you're doing. Look at how you operating.
Look at how you moving. Yeah.
Of course you don't mind Wachuma. You love looking at yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're righteous. Because you're moving with integrity. Because you're moving with love. So when you get to see that, that's a joy. That's what I just said a minute ago. I live in bliss. Yeah. I feel good. Yeah. People love me. People respect me. I put it out in the universe. I want to do more teaching. I done got pulled in for by a university to teach they psychedelics. I got
Woo!
pulled in by a cannabis company to teach the weed growing over here. Of course, I'm already teaching the sacred animal venoms and the snake venom training, the scorpion venom. Like, I'm teaching. I'm
Yes.
happy. I'm touching people. I'm affecting people. We still are involved in people saving their own lives, utilizing us and the things that we provide.
Yes.
I am in fucking heaven. Of course you don't mind looking at yourself.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's why I
Absolutely.
said that those people live in their own hell, baby.
Yeah.
That's why people will go and try to slur and try to lie and push shit out on, because they want you to be as depressed. They hate you because they ain't you. And so they
Yeah.
want you to be like them. So let me
Yeah.
put some bullshit on you that you have to deal with, because I'm going through bullshit. Yeah, but you going through bullshit because you putting out bullshit. I
Yeah.
ain't putting out no bullshit, so I don't go through bullshit.
Yeah. So what do you say about people who are like taking psychedelics, right? They're taking mushrooms, they're taking ayahuasca, they're taking bufo, but they're not healing. They're not, all of the people that I'm mentioning now have done all of these medicines are not doing any type of shadow work or integration. And so they feel like they can take these medicines and it's going to just do everything that needs to be done. There's no process afterwards where they have to walk through certain things in their life to heal. So what do you say about the integration part and then the people who are just taking the medicine just to be taking it?
So my comment is there's two parts to that, and it's not focused so much on the integration, but it's gonna come into play. And this is my opinion. There's two different people out here, because like I said, that we're talking about. One of them, they are taking the medicines and they are slowly but surely changing. I can say that people that I have publicly spoke on, you know what I'm saying, female and others, have actively continued doing whatever they're doing and have worked at resolving things, worked at bringing about honor back to their name. So there are people, in that this is what I had to realize, is that leave people alone, because in their own time, one of two things is going to happen. They are going to become self-aware. It's not my place to expose everybody, because you're going to become aware of yourself, and then you can help yourself, or you're going to self-destruct. Because some people are actively working on themselves. Now, I was having a conversation with somebody else, and the conversation of Baba Kalende has been coming up quite often. As we all know, another brother, Baba, master teacher, master polygamist, master mycologist, master martial arts, masters of the fucking universe. Okay, yes. He was a lot of our fucking superhero. We know he was the fucking Black Panther. He is. All right. That was my brother, my Baba, my friend, my teacher, all of that. Right?
Right.
Rest in peace. Rest in power. Keep the word. Moment of silence. So, in the conversations that I've been having recently, a lot of talk about how people have been responding since he made the transition to a higher realm, and how the community has went from healing, from helping and assisting, and from community into competition, into who can hold the position, who can be the big dog, who can be the master teacher, who can. And I even heard somebody ask me about who's supposed to take his place. Who the fuck take his place? Nigga, nobody. The fuck you mean? Nobody can. No, absolutely no fucking body in the world. And there's no need. And so that has brought about it's turned into a commerce community.
Mm.
People keep, like, when I said that I wasn't knocking nobody. Let me just say this right now. I keep
Right.
telling people I can give my opinion. Don't mean I'm knocking somebody. And I can give why I feel that way. And if it offends you, fuck you. That's how I feel.
Right.
I don't make mushroom edibles. I'm not saying nothing wrong if somebody says, when I go on my trips, I eat 2, 3.5 gram chocolate bars. So I took 7 grams. Okay, cool. That's whatever. I'm not from that school. We from the school of swallow. Baba was teaching, hey, and swallow them.
Yeah.
So I'm making this comment. People offended because they selling mushroom chocolates or mushroom whatever. I'm not saying don't. I'm
Right.
saying that's not what the fuck we did.
Right.
And so it just turned into a lot of political shit. There we go. The politics. Everybody got
The
on some political
politics.
shit.
Yeah, the
You feel what I'm
politics.
saying? And so then now you got people who trying to step into these shoes. So they're starting to do these high dosages.
Mm.
Oh, I did 30 grams. Oh, I did 50 grams. Oh, I did 100.
Mm.
And let me be clear, as a martial artist, let me say something. There's a technique called the iron palm.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn that technique and you can perform that technique within 6 months. You can learn the technique and perform it. And let me be very clear. When you do, you'll probably shatter every fucking bone in your hand because you ain't did no conditioning. You ain't did no conditioning. That's like thinking you're going to go and punch on the same punching bag that Mike Tyson's punch on. You're not, because you're going to break your hand.
Right.
Because you're not conditioned to do that. And so now what we have is we have a lot of people out here who done lost their motherfucking rabbit-ass mind. Fucking with these motherfucking psychedelics, trying to catch up, trying to do some shit, trying to replace some shit, and walking around saying all of whatever the fuck you talking about. But I'm not finna repeat the shit. I'm not finna teach it. I'm not finna let it be taught in none of my establishments and schools. I'm not finna, no. I ain't the gatekeeper no more. I didn't let it be known. That's cool. Y'all mad at me because I'm gatekeeping the fucking community. I'm not gatekeeping things. I'm gatekeeping integrity.
Right.
I back the fuck out. That's why you can catch me in the healing community. That's why now.
Healing community, that's where we at. That's where we at in the healing
community. People still will come to me and request because people know who I am and what I do, and I will do it for them.
Right.
I will still I still also, but I'm not trying to promote. I'm not trying to do no more. Everybody know I was out here trying to put everybody together, bring us all, come to your city. I'm gonna come to your city. What? Nah. I didn't really realize why I was being responded to the way out. Now I get it.
Right.
Oh, y'all threatened. Oh, I wasn't trying to step on your shoes.
Intimidated by your
intimidated.
Success. Yes. But let me tell you, what a smart person would do, as opposed to being intimidated by someone's success, what you need to do is be right there by their side and building with them, connecting with them. You know what I'm saying? Or you do
That's
this.
why I was always trying to link with different people.
Like I do not get it.
When National Geographic came to me and asked me to do that documentary that they put me in, the first thing I did was told them, well, listen, I'm actually training under somebody who's been doing this longer than me, by a brother by the name of Nighthawk down in Georgia. I think you should go down there and what? I'm trying to get a pass. They was like, no, we can't. I'm like, what you mean you can't? They said it's not legal down there. Detroit is decriminalized. Do you know anybody in Detroit that do anything better than you? And I was like, all right, when you want to start the documentary.
Yeah, I see.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm all about community and support, and I brought people here to put on ceremonies for my community and do things and make money. And like that's why I'm saying I was so confused at why is people so and
That's
somebody
what you're
had pulled me
supposed
to
to
the
do.
side and tell me
Mm-hmm.
that
No.
yo, people was telling us not to fuck with, like, oh, they try to blackball me, oh, y'all can have this shit, that's cool, y'all can have it, because I was
No,
putting everything on
what we're
discount
supposed to do,
anyway.
we're supposed to work together as a community. You know, we're supposed to be able to unify and come together as a healing community, as opposed to going behind each other's backs, gossiping and slandering people's names because you're jealous of something that you believe that they have, that you believe that you do not have, but what you can have anytime you want. If you just do the work, you can manifest anything that you want. And then anything that I have that you might not have, and vice versa. When we come together, then we got it. You know what I'm saying? So like, what?
Because I always a rising tide lifts all what sails, right?
Exactly.
Come on. Every
Exactly.
time I get put on, I'm figuring out who else I can bring with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's how my people's move. Everybody that I'm connected with, like I told you, I gotta, man, don't even get me to talking shit and bragging. I'm blessed. Put in y'all 15 and 20 years like I've been doing. I've been in my community over 20 years. The babies know, these babies is grown motherfuckers. I got motherfuckers coming up here in the grocery store. I'm putting up, I said, what's up, dog? He said, man, you don't remember me? It's me, bro. I'm looking at who the fuck he is. Like, who is you? He a grown man. I'm not realizing, oh shit, that was 15 years ago.
Right.
He 30 now. He was 15.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in these streets a long time. I've been in my community doing these works a lot. Like, how y'all don't want me to get no recognition? All this shit I didn't put out, sacrifice, all the people I done protect, all the fucking families I done fed, housed. Don't get me, like, I'm a Leo. I'll talk my shit now. Don't give me a platform.
They're inner demons, you know, they're inner demons and all of the workings as it won't allow them, you know, it won't allow them. And so what I realized though is eventually when you leave that group and you start sprouting out and you shining and your bright lights is going off, they end up falling apart and they start arguing amongst each other because they don't have you now to go against. So now what they do is they only have each other, and all the fuckery and the bullshit that they've been dealing with each other is just going to escalate. And you just be on the side, be like, woo, woo, I'm good, Miss Bliss, I'm good. That's all. That's all it is. And hopefully people will learn from all of this and they'll grow and they'll be able to expand some way intellectually and emotionally and psychologically. And in terms of relationships, learn to be a little bit more supportive. I don't know, but they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So most people I know right now is focusing on the children so we can raise the children to not be like us, not be like what we see in society, not be like what we see in social media. And so if we can get a hold of the children, maybe we'll be able to create a better future, a better world. Because right now, a lot of these adults, and it's hard to say and it's difficult to admit, when you see somebody who is like 40, 50, 60 years old and they act like they're in high school, we should be fully embarrassed. We should be fully embarrassed. We should be embarrassed when you see other cultures come to this country and within a couple of months, these guys have their businesses, they own their real estate, they brought over their families, they're being successful, and they're supportive of one another. Let me tell you, I said this 1,000 times, I went to a ritual that was a bunch of people that did not look like me. They were all Indian. And they had the mother there, the father there, the children there, the grandmother there, the grandparents, and they was all by the water. And I was like, I ain't see no black people but me. But all of them came together to do this ritual of abundance and prosperity and success and money for their businesses, all of their 7-Elevens and all of their, you know what kind of companies they always have. And so that they would be protected from anything negative that might be coming towards them. When's the last time you've seen thousands of black people coming together like that, supporting each other and doing a ritual for the good? Oh, they can come together to do some black magic on your ass. They can come together to do some spell work to block your dumb ass, but they can't do nothing good. They can't come together to do anything good to protect themselves from all of this fuckery and bullshit they see going around.
Now let me tell you, we have to be very careful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you why. because self is the measuring stick of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I'm scrolling social media, I'm wanting to say this to people, but I know that if I do, it's gonna give the wrong impression. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking to say it right here. So I'll see shit like, oh man, this spiritual community is fake as fuck. Everybody did it. And I'll be like, wanting this, like, don't say that. Say
Right.
that you're disappointed with the amount of this that you say. But to say that this is what this community is and you're part of it. And then to
Mm-hmm.
denounce yourself as part of it, well, you were part of it. So if
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing is bullshit, then you're bullshit. And you were bullshit until you got away from it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that to say the truth of the matter is that there actually is groups of our people together doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been accustomed to being around what we have been around. And we
Mm-hmm.
have to do a better job ourselves at putting ourselves in places such as the Condor approach.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's like I want something like the Condor approach, but with all people that look like me. If that's one of our constructs, there's nothing wrong with that. And
Right.
so even that, because they are out here. And you want to know how I know that they are out here is because we are looking for them, which means we are part of that. We just haven't
Mm-hmm.
found them, which means there are others who are like us that have found them. There are
Mm-hmm.
others that are like us that do want that same thing. So
Right.
that there is that we are here. And even though sometimes we can't find each other because it's so much bullshit,
Right.
right? Because when you find your safe space, you're going to probably be quiet about it. What I'm gonna go get the people who part of the shit that will and be like, hey y'all, come over. They might tell the rest of them that we got a safe space.
Right.
That's why it's been very, very hard for me to advertise the Condor approach the way I want to, because I
Mm.
kind of want to protect it. I kind of
Mm.
don't want certain people becoming a part of it. I'll be
Right.
honest. You know how you got that best friend that don't want no other friends? Well, that's my friend.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's my family. Don't come over here with that bullshit. Don't
Yeah.
bring the negative. Don't bring the lack of integrity. Don't bring the competition and the hatred, because none of that is over here.
Right.
This is pure. It's beautiful. It's comfortable.
So what I want to say
You
is
know?
just to veggie back off of that, and also to correct to make sure that so the ceremony ritual that I went to, it was thousands of them lined up by the water. So I have been to rituals
Oh,
where there were
damn.
maybe between 5 and 10 of us, 5 and 10 of us. So what I'm
Right.
saying is it's like we should be like the million man march. It should as many of us that's out here that is capable of doing this. That's what I'm saying. Is like, so the reason I was there was because it was so many of them and they were willing to share with me and embrace me and show me some things. And so I can go to some of the people, but it's like 5 or 10 of us. And not to say that 5 or 10 of us can't make shit move, because we can, because we're powerful, you know? But
Right. No, I get what you mean.
I
I get
feel
what
like
you mean.
it should be thousands of us lined up along that water for that. What's up, Yusiko? How you
And you know
doing?
what? That's what I think that we're doing is we are creating those, because it's the main thing is a safe space. That's the main thing. Whether it's your finances being safe, whether it's your body being safe, whether it's your mind being safe. I had a client that told me that she went to go do her mushroom trip with somebody,
Hmm.
and that she got over there, and at first everything was cool, the environment was comfortable, it was clean, it was peaceful, and he gave her the mushrooms and he gave them to her and he left out and she ate them, and she said he came in about 30 minutes later and turned a porno on while
Oh,
she's sitting there and the mushrooms are starting to kick in. He turns a porno on.
wow.
Okay, you see, so
Set and
So when we
setting.
talking about safety, your body being safe, your mind being safe, all of these. So this is something that I have been creating at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I have more than enough testimony. I have more than enough support in the community. I don't worry about anything. I don't worry about any rumors, no mishaps, because there's nothing going on around me. Right? And so what I'm saying is that is what has to continue, is that the individuals who move in integrity need to continue to work together to support one another and be responsible for one another and show the community that they do have options. They do have safe spaces. They do have places where they know that a rule is in effect that you don't touch a person while they're under any type of substances, and they don't touch you.
There you
this
go.
This is a ground rule. What the fuck you mean?
Set and setting. And the person being comfortable while they're under the medicine, because you want to be able to focus on the things that you need to focus on in your healing journey and in that process, regardless of what you're experiencing and what you're seeing. You don't need any additional stuff being added into it. And that's so unprofessional. That's so unprofessional.
So that's the thing, is it's so many things that's going on that people just don't feel safe. No, just like, I don't know. I gotta ask 13 people. You know, I gotta make sure.
Yes.
I had somebody actually come to me and do medicine work, and they like kept coming like back to back. Like in a month, they were there like 3 or 4 times, which was very odd to me. I'm very aware. I'm a private service military, so I already knew something wasn't right, but I just was like, okay, maybe this person is dealing with something and they need a community, and this is a place that, you know, whatever. And so the question about getting some Cambo, right? Okay, yes. I heard it's good for the womb. It is. It's very good for the womb, for healing of the womb, for people who can't get pregnant and want to reset their womb. All type of shit is very good for women, right? So we do put the gates on your womb space. If my women are around, I would ask my women to shadow mark your gates and open your gates, and I'll come and facilitate, right? If my women are not around, I'll be very open about what I have to do, where I have to touch, where my hands are. Excuse me, I have to put my hands right here. I got right. This your womb space. It's very close to your personal space. I don't want no motherfucking confusion, right?
Right.
I tell her, go ahead, you can get prepared, because my woman wasn't around at the time. You can get prepared. I'll be back in. Let me know when you're ready. I go out. I'm ready. I come in. She laying there, nothing on, everything open. It's like, yo, hold on, yo, wait, no, hold on, no, put your here, cover up. What are you doing? Okay, listen, I don't know, but do this, cover that, woo, right? Went through the whole shit. Afterward, later on, she said, I gotta tell you something. I said, what's up? She said, well, I've been around some different people. I ain't even gonna put it out. I've been around a different community, and they were saying this about you and that about you and that you did. And, you know, so I was like, all right, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to, like, you know, basically, you trying to set me up for a motherfucking sexual assault.
Wow.
The fuck?
Let me tell you, it's a lot of brothers out here that they're trying to set up in the community. It is a lot of brothers they're trying to set up out here in the community. So welcome to the club. You better be careful. You better be careful. What I tell them is,
be careful. I've been in the community 20 years. I know what I'm doing. I know a problem when I see one. You got to think, a lot of the people I deal with are fucking sexual deviants because of trauma. So you're not finna pussy play me. You're not finna, like, none of that shit is going to rock with me. As soon as I feel you crossing the back, like, I'm feminine as hell. I'm a Cancer moon sign. I was raised by women. So
are you a Cancer moon?
Like, yeah, I'm a Cancer moon. Look
that
how
intuition, man.
nails, sensitive and shit. Like, so when you violate my space, nigga, I respond. But I'm a
Right.
man. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So I be very aware of shit, and I don't play that shit because why would you do that? What are you doing? Because not only is it disrespectful to me, it's disrespectful to my women. Don't
Right.
play with me. Don't play
Right.
with me.
Right.
You know what I'm, so I don't gotta be careful. I go to work, I do my job. This is my job.
Mm-hmm.
This is my profession.
Mm-hmm.
For those of y'all who don't know, this is what I do all day, every day. I ain't got no
Yeah.
9 to 5.
This is your livelihood. So
Nowhere.
you don't have time to be messing around. This is your
Right.
livelihood.
Some people go to work, got a 9 to 5, come home and sell mushrooms. And I'm not knocking that. I'm saying I've been in this community for over 20 years, in the healing community, in the teaching diet, nutrition, into getting cancer out of people's bodies, into teaching the sacred animal venoms, into taking people through mushroom trips, ayahuasca, and all these other medicines, dealing with traumas. You're not finna catch me slipping because I don't slip.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Sincere. For those of y'all who are go talk to my exes. There's some people who they're not. Listen, if you want to catch me slipping, I'll tell you how, and it's not how. It ain't gonna be with no motherfucking woman.
Right.
It ain't gonna be about no sexual shit.
Right.
I done fucked around and ate your food. I'm trying to tell you.
Look, somebody got a question here. What
is Cambo?
Cambo? You mentioned Cambo, and it healing the woman's womb. You want to tell everybody what it was?
Yes, I would love to. I would love to switch up the vibe a little bit, right? So Cambo is from the animal kingdom. Okay, when I do my lectures, I teach about the healing with the kingdoms. You got the the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the fungi kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the kingdom of man, and all of those offer healing. Most of the healing that we utilize is from the plant kingdom. Everybody knows about all the different plant medicines. Well, Cambo is from the animal kingdom. You have scorpion venom, you have snake venom, you have frog secretion, you have bufo venom, bufo secretion, or poison, because venoms is injected to you. They're not injecting you. So you also have venoms in fish, spiders, and bees. That is good for actual healing. So this Cambo frog is the Philomedusa bicolor tree frog, which is in the Amazon forest and other places. And this is a protection mechanism that if anything stings it, bites it, attacks it, scratches it, cuts it, does anything to it, instantly the secretion comes out to neutralize whatever it was. If it was a virus injected to it, the antiviral the antiviral properties kick in. If it was a bacteria injected, the antibacterial properties kick in. If whatever it is that this is the frog is just so cute, and he's just like in the place that everything wants to kill you. This is his defense mechanism. So we take that secretion from him in a humane way, and we open up a gate. You get a stick and you burn it, blow it, tap it on your skin, and wipe that off with a paper towel. The top layer of flesh just comes right off, and that opens up what's called a gate. We apply this Cambo. Now, let me be very clear. Let me start some controversy out here. If you are doing Cambo, and your Cambo practitioner is preparing your medicine, and your Cambo practitioner spits in your spoon, I invite you to get up and leave and call me to come get some Cambo. Yeah, I said, nah, fuck that. I'm not finna keep being quiet. I'm tired of people I don't care. Be mad at me. Be mad at me. Why am I using my spit? Fuck all that. I'm the medicine and all that shit. That's some ego shit. The venom is going to be activated based off of the enzymes and the things that's presented to it. If you have herpes, which is a virus, it needs to be activated the antiviral properties. And so if I spit in it and I'm dealing with some fucking bacterial infection in my body that I'm not aware of, a yeast infection, candida, whatever, and I'm activating the medicine like that, and now I'm putting it on you, and it's going in your lymphatic system, and you not healing from what the fuck you supposed to be healing from, because your medicine ain't been activated right. So with that being said, continue on. Controversy over. I'm going to allow you as my client to spit in the spoon, and I'm going to take your spit and activate the medicine so the medicine can understand what it needs to address. And then I'm going to hydrate the medicine in your saliva, and then I'm going to apply it to your open gate that goes directly into your lymphatic system, which leads to your blood system.
Now, so I received Cambo directly with no one spitting, not me, not them. So I received it that way. But then
What was it
someone also
activated
told
with?
me, huh?
What was it activated and hydrated with?
I think they used like a little bit of water.
Yeah, you
Is
think,
that
huh?
okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
What water's cool, but it's not
Okay.
activating it under. So that's better than them. That's better than them putting their DNA and their
Okay.
bodily fluids into
Okay.
your
So,
body without your consent.
and
It's
they
better
use
than that.
alkaline water. So I don't know if
Okay,
the type of water
that's
makes a
better than
difference.
that. But
That's okay.
I when I teach, because I teach and train people to become sacred animal venoms practitioner using the snake venom and the Cambo. I teach people to use their client's saliva. I think that's very
Mm.
important so that the medicine can activate under the direct understanding of what needs to be addressed. I've had people come to me asking for snake venom, and when they ask me, and I'd be like, yo, let's do a consultation, and they tell me everything, I'd be like, I think you should maybe lean into Cambo. And they'd be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I did, but it didn't work. I'd be like, Cambo didn't work? No.
Mm.
And I ask them about it, and here we go. Oh, the other person spit, and
So
okay.
in your spit is your DNA, and it's sort of like programming it according to what your body needs in that healing process, because it's already connecting with your DNA and it's getting the instructions on what to do when it gets in there.
Remember, I explained how the defense mechanism works in the frog.
Mm-hmm.
When whatever is injected into it,
Mm-hmm.
it lets it know. If it's a virus, then the antiviral properties of the Cambo come on point. If it's a bacteria, then the bacteria. If it's a poison, then the.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now let's take it a step further and say that you don't. Let's say you dealing with let's say you dealing with womb issues.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a virus. You're dealing with womb issues. But that person who is doing your Cambo does have herpes, HIV, or any of these other diseases that are transferable,
Mm-hmm.
and they spit in your medicine and apply it to you. Yeah, look at your face. Yeah. You got to think, a lot of people became healers because they were healing themselves first.
Right. Right.
So how you feel about somebody spitting in your medicine and applying
Give me the
their
water.
DNA?
I'll take the water of my spit. Now I didn't know that I could spit in it. Now I'll be like hot too. Miss Bliss gonna be like, how much do you need? Give me some rapping. I get all the mucus you need. I'm good.
That's why I've been very verbal lately about, yo, if y'all want to learn and train with me.
Yeah.
Train with somebody with integrity. I heard people just training people over the internet. Like, that wasn't how I was trained.
No,
you know what I'm saying? No, we face to face. We walking you through it. We teaching you about it. You learning what you doing. You learning the who shouldn't be doing it. It's some people who shouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's like we talk about, we are alternative medicine practitioners, and we are trauma informed coaches, and we are healers, and we are all of this. And you got to understand, all of that type of shit in any industry, this is something that if you don't do your shit right, people are in danger.
Yes.
Malpractice my ass, you going to prison.
Yes, you're so right. You're absolutely right. Like, you really, really have to be careful when you're serving these people, and you really have to be on your A game. You really have to do your due diligence. You have to do your research. And not only that, for me, well, I always connect with someone who taught me something, because we're always a student, and you're always open to learning. And it's, I'm going to be honest, it's Bufo. This is one of the medicines that's coming across the border that is not necessarily Bufo, if you know what I mean. And some people are getting their hands on this, and it's not real, so you got to be very careful, where you're getting your supplies from, how much are you serving a
That's
person,
right.
why are you serving this person, should you be serving them that? And if it's, for me, if it's a medicine, somebody comes to me and it's one that I do not serve or I am not qualified to serve, I have no problem picking up the phone and calling someone who might know someone, or someone who could recommend someone or give them some type of guidance. No way in hell am I going to sit there and be like, yeah, I could do this and then mess this person up. But you have people out here
Because
doing
some
that.
people have no idea that some of the people that they're getting things from are brand new to these things, haven't used them, haven't experienced them. Listen, 2020, there was an entheogenic explosion. Everybody in 2020 started doing mushrooms, started doing ayahuasca, started talking plant medicine. It was the thing to do.
Yeah.
And with that being said, a lot of people started seeing it as a cash cow.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to get that. I can start serving. I can start giving. I've been in this community 20 years. I was using high gram mushrooms for at least 7 years, over and over and over and over, before I ever started publicly taking people through. I was taking my women through. I was taking my family, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But also, like, oh, I'm about to start being a shaman and I'm about to start taking people, and people have no idea. Listen, I had extensive training.
Right.
And learned a lot. And a lot of people don't understand they're putting themselves in danger. There was somebody told me she was serving Bufo, and she served dude, and he hit that shit. And when he went back, he popped right back up and jumped up and grabbed her and started slanging her ass.
Wow.
Literally, nobody was in that place but him and her. And he was a big dude, and she was a small one. You know, them 110, 120. Yeah. Yeah, whooped her ass. Dragged her ass all through that damn place.
So do we know why that happened?
Because not literally do we know why? No, but like a lot of people, their traumas, when they go through what do you call it? Altered states of consciousness, sometimes they relive them. And they have to do something to fix that in that time. So sometimes people would get triggered. And look, a lot of people, this is where the whole, like, people don't know, don't touch them. Don't touch them. So I think that was part of it when he started like, and she walked over like, yo, you good? Like, and when she touched him, it snapped him into it. And instantly he, like, nah, what is you doing? See, but you wouldn't know that if you started 2 years ago and you'd been on 3 trips and you took your boyfriend through, so now you gatekeeping for everybody in your city.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that. You won't know. You don't know how this Bufo hit everybody, because you ain't been like that. Like, people be thinking I be hating on them. I don't. I be trying to save them from going through shit that I had to experience for myself.
Yeah.
Have one of your clients do 7 grams and then pull a pistol out on you.
Wow. That sounds like that young Pharaoh story. I think that's what he did. He did mushrooms.
While one of your pregnant wives is standing in the house with you and your other 16-year-old, 15-year-old daughter is in the back room.
Oh my goodness.
This all taking place in the same house on the same floor. That's why I opened up the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit. Right. No more longer do I do any ceremonies in my house at all, anywhere.
Right.
That's why we have a community house. See what I'm saying? A lot of shit comes from experience. People who hold ceremonies and hold space in their house, I was like, all right.
Right. Right. You know, it's so funny. Some of the things that you mentioned, when we do the Wachuma medicine, we're not allowed to touch while we're under the medicine, touch other people while they're under the medicine, number one. Number two, they actually collect the cell phones and the keys and hopefully ain't nobody coming up with any other type of, tools, anything to be using, but they collect all of that, because when you're in an altered state of mind, you're really not here in the beta state where you could really know what's going on. So you're
So
like
what
in another
happened was,
realm, another dimension, and
because
yeah. So
I'm with
it's
you on
funny.
that, because we do that, right?
Yeah.
These new cars, they got this type of shit where he like I like because his keys and his drawers, everything was in the crib. Everything was in there. Like I was like, yo, leave all, you won't need none of this. So the car either had like a secondary key, but he didn't have to do nothing but walk up and opened up, and he reached in that motherfucker, pulled it out. Like he like what the, and then
Wow.
when I got him to calm down, and I'm like, yo, I'm trained. I'm prior service military, conflict resolution. I'm looking in his eyes. I see him where he's at. So I'm talking to him like, my man, you tripping right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you on the mushrooms. Remember, you here for your spiritual and your growth, and you know what I'm saying? Like right now, we in the middle of the city of Detroit, and you got a gun pointed at me. Like, what are we really doing? And he's like, okay, yeah, man, put that up. He's like, all right. And so he went and he opened his trunk. And I'm like, yeah, there you go. Put it in the trunk. That's a good idea. And then he looked at me and he was like, no. And then he jumps in the car. So at this point, I'm like, okay, if you in the car, then cool, because you just kind of like trying to. And then the car started up, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's because his keys are so close that it's an automatic or something. And so while I'm thinking this, and the car starts driving off, and then I'm going,
Wow.
wait, no, this is all bad. This is all
Wow.
bad. When you do
Wow.
ceremonies with me, you got to get dropped off now. Don't even pull up and leave. No, fuck that. Have somebody drop you off. They know where you at. They know what you doing. Sign these release. Like, no, like so much shit I've been through in the last 20 years.
What you have designed and created is a protocol, procedures, and steps that is required to be followed in order for the safety of them and for you and anyone at the ceremony, which is what everyone should be doing.
Exactly.
And even if you're not aware of what certain safety steps are, you should reach out to the brother and be like, yo, I want to take a class, or I got some questions, or you know what, I'm supposed to be having, let me get your banner running, bro. What is going on here? I'm just like, what is the website for your school?
So houseofgenesis.org is one of our websites. Okay.
And that's the website for the book classes.
So right now okay, I can announce this. As a matter of fact, this is a perfect place to announce it because I have not announced this publicly yet.
Okay.
So the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit has been teaching mushroom growing classes. We've been teaching magic. We've been teaching the sacred animal venoms. We have, in collaboration with a lot of plant medicine teachers, fungi medicine teachers, all types of people with integrity and training and experience. We have extended the curriculum to training practitioners, administrators, and facilitators through all of the kingdoms. So we're talking, if people want to serve ayahuasca, we can get them trained. They want to serve mushrooms, we get them trained. If they want to be healers, we can get them trained. If they want to deal with the psychoactive and entheogens. So with that being said, the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, or psychonautdetroit.org, is now going through changes because we have to update everything to prepare all of the curriculums that are available to people to choose from. So the best way to contact me right now is through House of Genesis. Okay. But if they're looking to train under snake venom or the sacred animal venoms practitioner training, then they would want to reach out to me personally and request the information, because there's a separate information packet that comes to you for just that.
Got you.
Okay. So when you give me your email, I send you all of the info, and you can lean into it and see if you feel called to this, if this is what you want to do. And if so, then the application process and all the contracts and all of we do it very, very professionally. Okay. You know what I mean? So
what's your email?
So that's how that works. Huh?
What's your email?
It is What is it? Psychonautdetroit@gmail.com. Psychonautdetroit@gmail.com.
Make sure I get all of this right.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm
Like,
excited, and we did just release the 2025 schedule for the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training. So those classes are already released, the dates. So if people were interested, they wanted to get on the payment plan. No, houseofgenesis.org. We're an
.org. Got
organization.
you.
Oh yeah, definitely. .org.
Make sure I get it right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or
Organization. Yeah.
organized. Okay.
Oh yes, definitely.
All right. Check it now.
You know.
Make sure I get it. Let's see here. Okay.
And you know, just to be 100% honest, psychonautdetroit@gmail. Yeah.
Okay.
We have premium pricing here at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, as well as at House of Genesis. Set up a consultation with me. Don't let a lack of anything in your life separate you from where you're trying to get to. Have a conversation with me, because if you're serious and I can see you're serious and we can work something out, you can get to where you want to get to. Don't let what you see. It's just like when you walk in a store and it says that those is, I walk up like, yo, you do military discount? Look, I was gonna get these, but I ain't finna pay that. Like, yo, what's up? Like, I'm not like, you know, I'm also not just because you be like, oh, well, you said, I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, well, like, nah, but I'm just being 100. I just want to be very honest, because I had somebody who told me they reached out, and I was like, okay, I told them the website, and a couple months went by, and I reached back out like, yo, you was all right, because did you find everything? And they was like, I just seen your prices, and I knew that this wasn't for me. It was like, and I was like, okay, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Was there anything you wanted specifically? And they was like, yeah, blank, blank, blank. And I was like, okay, that costs this much. And they was like, does it? I was like, yeah. And they was like, oh. Well, I was like, yeah, but like you got to look at the website. Like, we're putting together packages for people who are coming for certain things. And we have to be very cautious of what we say and how we present things.
Yes.
And so some people are not understanding what they're looking at. You feel what I'm saying? They don't understand what they're looking at and who we're talking to and what we're putting together for them, because we can't say we do this, that, and other. We're not going to say that. We can't. FDA told us don't do that.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Fathers. All right. So those of you who are listening to me, hear what I'm not saying and go, oh.
And here's the email. You can email. Here's the website.
Reach out to me. Talk to me. Set up a consultation. That's the best way, is to set up a consultation. That's the best thing to do.
Okay.
Best thing. Because then we can kick it one-on-one. Because I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get on the phone and I'm going to talk. And listen, y'all, how y'all been hearing me talk tonight? This is probably how I'm going to talk when we get on the phone. So if you looking for a namaste, peace and love, my people, like, no, I'm a real person. I want everybody to know I was a problem solver of the external problems. Now I'm just a problem solver of the internal problems. As a healer, I'm going to war. I don't heal through love. I'm going to war. You got a disease fucking with you? Let's kill that shit. Let's eliminate it. Yeah. I know the art of war. I know how to attack that shit on all fronts.
You got a spiritual disease with you too. You got to get rid of them devils too.
Exactly. I'm here. I'm the monster to the monsters.
Yes.
So don't be scared of me. Don't be. That's something that my community I had to like to talk to them about. Like, don't let my demeanor trigger you and scare you off. It reminds you of something because you were violated. And so whoever and whatever violated you that has a hard demeanor, well, guess what needs to be there to battle that? An even harder demeanor. Yes. With a better outlook and intentions. Exactly. Talk to the women who have been around me. Talk to Miss Bliss. Talk to the women who don't talk to the haters. Don't talk. Ask the people who talking about me where they ever had broke bread with me. Ask them what meals they had with
Yes.
me. What you eat with him? What
I,
meals you
I
ate with him?
I spent time with him down in Texas, y'all. So yes,
You know
I
what
could
I'm saying?
definitely say, and I was
Yes.
there with him while he was, he was a speaker there. He was, sharing a lot of information, and so I had a great time. I had a great time, and so I definitely recommend the brother. Y'all reach out. He's obviously done his research. He's done his time. He's done his due diligence, and he's going to continue to do that because we are all students. We're all looking to learn. We're all looking to grow and expand, and we got to learn how to work together so that we could start healing this community, so we can start getting rid of all of them demons inside of y'all and get rid of all these diseases. You can't walk, you can't eat, you overweight, you losing too much weight, what your skin problems, your back problems. Like, we should be healthy and vigorous and vibrant. Sexual problems, venereal disease problems, like, we all need healing on some level, some way, somehow. And we should be working as a community about healing each other, mentally healing us, physically, psychologically, all of that. We need healing in so many different ways. So I definitely say y'all need to reach out.
Yeah. And
Thank
I
you. I appreciate you.
definitely specialize in 90-day containers, one-on-ones. Um, I feel like if you're really serious about making a change, the longer and the more intentions and attention that we put into it, the more that we can actually bring forth the change. So I have an intentions and manifestations alchemy of self course. It takes the principles of alchemy and I teach you how to alchemize yourself. You are led right now. We're going to lead you to being golden. So I'm telling y'all, that's what I be really focused on. Like, that's like if you need healing, come on, let's do this. If you need, some entheogens, come on. Empress Oya, she says he was my teacher. Yo,
Yes,
shout out.
thank
That's
you,
why I was so
Empress.
geeked to see her on here. Like, yo, that's the queen. She be
Yes.
off the cut. She be like, shh, I'm. You
Anytime
know
you
what
got
I
a
mean?
student who's willing to go on there and be like, that's my teacher, I rock with him, y'all know that's some good energy right there, y'all.
Yes, yes,
I'm gonna
yes,
be, I'm gonna
definitely.
be linking up with you to get some teachers on something. I'm not sure yet, but I know I'm gonna be down there. I'll let you know when I'm ready to come down to Detroit. I am planning the trip. I do travel a lot, so I'm gonna put you in my schedule, brother, because it'll be
For
my first
sure.
time ever coming out to Detroit. And when I come, you're gonna know.
No
Everybody gonna
doubt, no
know.
doubt. I'm be honored, man. I'll roll out the red carpet for you. You can stay
Ah,
at the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. We'll put you
look
up.
at
You
that.
got lodging. You already know I'm gonna get on that. Throw something
Oh,
in
so
the.
all I gotta do is get my flight, guys. That's all I
Come on,
gotta
you
do.
already know what it is. You already know what it is. That's
Yes,
the thing about being good people and having integrity is you can go anywhere in the world and be taken care of.
yes,
I
this
go to
is
New
true.
York, I'm taking care. I go to North Carolina, I'm taking care. I go to Atlanta, I'm taking care. I go to Texas. I don't give a fuck where I like. I'm good. I'm Gucci. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man. I love it. I'll be
Exactly.
honored. Pull up. I got you. You get the red
All right.
carpet. You know it.
All right. All right.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? For
I want
sure.
to thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful for this whole show and all the knowledge and information that you have dropped. Yo, we got work to do, bruh.
And I am honored to be a part of this. I'm honored that you reached out to me and invited me. And I'm honored to be involved in the works. That's what I always tell people. I'm honored to be a part of your story because I recognize big people. And my ego used to be fucked up. I used to be a big time dude in the city and I had everything, businesses and cars and all type of shit and women, and I was like, and then I was egotistical and I wasn't giving no honor and no praise, and I thought it was me, 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 me. And Job, yeah, I know about Job. Yeah, I lost every fucking thing, right? And
Mm.
so now I am honored to be a part of other people's stories. I understand that being a part of something is so much better than thinking you are something.
Yes. Yes.
So I thank you for including me in any and everything. And just like everybody who's taken classes with me, everybody who's used me as a healer, everybody who's come and supported my businesses, I thank you all. I am honored to be a part of y'all's story.
Yes, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching. And I want you to please like and share this video so that people who want to have knowledge and information, there's his email, there's his website so that you guys can reach out and learn, and don't be afraid to ask questions, like, because that's the thing that holds us back
Oh,
all the time.
oh yeah, you spelled
Inquire.
that all wrong. You got
No.
House of Genesis right, but Psycho not.
Oh, Psycho. Not. I knew I was. I was like, what am I doing? Check it out. Check it out. Hold on, y'all. Hold
N-A-U-T.
on. What part did I get
N-A-U-T.
right?
Yeah, it's N-A-U-T. Psycho. P-S-Y-C-H-O-N-A-U-T.
N-A-U-T. All right. A-U-T. All right, we
Psycho
got it
not
now,
Detroit.
y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad
I'm
you
glad.
caught that, because I would have been.
Yeah, me
They would
too.
have.
I'm
They
like, let
would have
me
been
answer
like,
this real
what's
quick.
going on?
Right.
All right, I got it right now, right?
Yes.
AUC. Okay. There you go, guys. So this is the one. Reach
Yeah.
out. And no question is a dumb question. Like, I always tell people I'm open for conversation. If you have a question, and of course, if I lack the ability to answer you, I'm always willing to point you in the direction of someone who could assist you. Because I'm not the end all be all, got
It's
all the
still
answers.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I've been telling everybody Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Copperhead Venom, which is known to assist with breast cancer, has been 40% off all month.
Get the
So I just want
tetas
to put it
together,
out there.
ladies. Get the
Yes.
tetas together, ladies.
Yeah. And fellas, because breast cancer, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I forgot the percentage, so don't let me start lying, but it's a large, a nice enough percentage of breast cancer patients that are also men. So men,
Okay.
don't sleep on some lumps in your own chest or breast or whatever. You know what I'm
Check
saying?
them out.
Also, the copperhead venom is what I used for the lump in my testicles. So when I say copperhead venom is 40% off, it's to anybody,
Okay.
all month long. So you might have a testicular lump. It might not be a breast lump. It might be something, but I just want to put that out there. It doesn't matter, man, woman, old, young, breast cancer or not. The
Okay.
medicine is 40% off all month.
All right. Look
So
at
I've been
that,
letting that be
y'all. We
known.
just in
Speaking
time
of the
for the
breast.
sale. Y'all just in
And
time for the sale.
and if you have any history or threat of breast cancer, cordyceps mushroom, cordyceps cyanus, not militaris, cyanuses. Cordyceps S has a compound called cortisol, and it stops breast cancer from being able to masticize. So if you think that you might get breast cancer, you need to start microdosing those mushrooms, cordyceps mushrooms now forever. And
Okay.
just once a year, come and get copperhead venom from some local snake venom practitioner. They're all over the U.S. now. We
Got you.
training them. They out there. So I just want to put that out there. A lot of women don't know about that cordyceps S mushroom.
Got you. Got you. Oh my goodness. I'll be calling you all the time. I'll be like, how do I get this? How do I get that?
Please do. That's how I increase my knowledge is when people ask questions. Because if I don't know, give me 72 hours and I will. And so with that being said, it just helps me to get more and more deeper into my studies and what I'm able to do. That's how I was able to get to where I'm at now. If you want to see the cancer testimonial on the snake venom and the client who was using it, reach out to me. I will send you the testimonial. We ain't got to talk about it right now. But if you want to see that testimonial, reach out to me. I'll let you hear from her own mouth what happened.
Okay. So guys, there's the website. I corrected the email. Use this email here at the end of the show. Make sure you're aware of that. Reach out to this brother if you have any questions, any inquiries, if you're interested in any lessons or any class, if you're interested in any healing. If simply you just want to attend the ceremony and have a conversation, like, I'm pretty sure he's open to all of that too. Because some people,
add me on social media, Facebook, Sincere7 or Sincere Genesis. And on Instagram, the Detroit Medicine Man.
Yes. Yes. So you're on Instagram. Hold on. Let me get your IG. What's your IG?
The Detroit Medicine Man.
The Detroit Medicine Man. Oh my goodness. Let me make sure I got that right. Hold on. Let's see here. Did I get that right? The Detroit medicine man. I got it
Right. I
right.
think so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be hard trying to type up these words on this little
It's
computer
all
and get it
good.
all right.
Yes.
All
And
right,
thank you, man.
guys.
This has been dope. It's been
Follow
dope.
him on Instagram, guys. The Detroit Medicine Man. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna follow him right after the show. Right now, as soon as we get off, I'm gonna be following you. So
No
don't,
doubt.
don't worry. I got you, bro.
No
I
doubt. Yep.
appreciate. I'm
Sincere7
grateful.
on Facebook. I be doing my lives, cushion coffees. I be talking shit. I just yeah, so whatever. Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. I want to bid you farewell. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, Sincere7. Have a
It's an
beautiful night,
honor.
guys. Bye bye.